What's going on, guys? In this video, we are going to discuss all of the fees that are associated with these yield generating Bitcoin wallets so that everyone is clear on all the fees, how the fees are used, the credits, and any and everything you want to know about fees. All right, so let's begin on this chart here. Okay, I want you guys to understand we have something called on-chain transactions or deposits or withdrawals or whatever the case is. By on chain, we mean these are transactions that actually hit the Bitcoin blockchain as opposed to off chain transactions similar to like the Lightning Network, where they are transacting in Bitcoin off of the main chain. Okay, so those things aren't tracked on the Bitcoin blockchain. And in this particular protocol with these wallets here, that same activity can go on where you can transact off of the blockchain. Okay, so with that understanding in mind, let's go over these fees. All right, so we have fees on deposits from the blockchain. So anytime your wallet receives a deposit from the blockchain that has been reported on the Bitcoin blockchain, there's going to be a 10% fee on that deposit. Okay. Anytime you receive a deposit from other wallets within the network or these off-chain deposits, there's zero fee that your wallet will incur. Okay. So that's what we're dealing with as far as the deposits or Bitcoin that you receive into your wallet. If it's on chain, you can expect a 10% fee. If you're receiving it from another wallet within the network, there's zero fee. Now let's talk about these withdrawals. Okay. When you're sending out payments, if you send it on the blockchain, someone that is not currently in the network or has a wallet within the network, there is going to be a transaction fee that the wallet charges that is equivalent to £1. Okay. This is a non-refundable fee. And that fee is also added to whatever the Bitcoin network fee is to send that transaction to the blockchain. That is refundable. So by refundable and non-refundable, let's say you submitted a transaction and put in an invalid Bitcoin address. Of course, that's going to be rejected by the blockchain and that your funds are going to be returned. So however much you sent or intended to send to that wallet, that's going to be returned. It's going to return the network fee that the system was going to charge, but the £1 equivalent is non-refundable. So if you put in incorrect information or if the transaction is canceled for any reason, you will receive all of your Bitcoin back except for that £1 transaction fee. Okay. When it comes to sending payments to other wallets within the network, that £1 Bitcoin equivalent will still apply. Okay. Which is very minimum, beats the network, putting information on the network, and in some cases it will be better than the Lightning Network as well. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with when sending transactions. These are the withdrawals. Finally, the last fee that our wallets incur are fees in the marketplace. Okay, so the marketplace is a location where you can sell or buy credits. Okay, if you don't want to hold on to credits for too long, you want to sell them in the marketplace, you can do so, but you'll sell them at a discount. Well, when you decide to sell, there is no fee to put that transaction out there. So if you're sitting on 0.5 Bitcoin and you want to sell it for 0.4 Bitcoin, once you enter that into the system and someone buys it, you are going to receive that zero point 0.4 Bitcoin. Okay, so there's no fee on that. If you come in to make the purchase and you buy that 0.4 Bitcoin, understand that you will be buying it at a discount, but there's going to be a hidden fee of 10%. So let's say the seller in the marketplace says, hey, I'm putting this out there. There's a 20% discount. When it hits the marketplace, it's going to hit it at a 10% discount, not a 20% discount. So those fees are hidden. So if a buyer comes out there, they're going to see that transaction and they're going to see, oh, I can purchase these credits at a 10% discount. So they will not see the transaction. But I want you guys to know that that transaction is hidden, so you don't see it. So you're going to actually get what you sell for, and you're actually going to buy at the price that you see in the network. Okay. But nevertheless, since this fee is hidden, I just want you guys to know that it is out there. And those fees essentially go into the vault, which is, again, used to pay out obligations. And we'll get into that a little bit more later. All right, now let's talk about the issuance of credits. So again, we have the on-chain deposits. We have the off-chain deposits. Okay. When you receive payments from the network, you are going to get a 25% of the amount in credits. Okay. So if we look at the advertised site now, it's saying you're going to earn 15% on your Bitcoin. All right. So the way it is now, if you were paying 10% on your off-chain deposits, you're going to receive 25% in credits. Okay. And that nets to 15. Here's a spoiler alert for you guys in the future. This amount right here will continue to increase as the system or these wallets grow in adoption. I'm dropping that on you right now, so this value will, I'm certain it will change, will continue to increase over the course of time, but we'll get to that also a little bit later. For now, let's stick to these fees. All right. So the net that you'll walk away with is 15% only from on-chain deposits. If you receive a deposit from someone in the network, there is no issuance of credits. Again, when it concerns the fee, you pay no fee on that. Okay. And likewise, you receive no credits. Okay. You guys got any questions about that? Leave them in the comments and we'll try to clarify it for you. All right, let's jump on to a few other things that you guys need to know. The minimum deposit, there's another video on this that explains it in a little bit more detail. But as far as this is concerned, understand that there is a minimum deposit required for these on-chain deposits, and that is 0.0007 Bitcoin. If you receive a on-chain deposit that is less than that, that will be lost to you. Okay. So don't do it. Don't use your wallet to receive any on-chain deposits that are less than this amount. In regards to on-chain, off-chain deposits, you can receive as little as a Satoshi, the minimum that you can do in Bitcoin. There's not an issue here. Okay. So don't worry about if you want to send some money to someone else that you know has a wallet within the network, feel free to send as much or as little as you want to. Okay. All right. Now let's discuss confirmation requirements. Okay. These are confirmations that are required when you are receiving payments from the Bitcoin blockchain. Okay. It's broken down in denominations of GBP. understand this is not, we are not charging GBP. Everything is Bitcoin. We just specify GBP or pounds as an equivalent on the amount of Bitcoin. So if you receive a deposit that has an equivalent of 10,000 pounds or less, then it's going to require 3 confirmations before that deposit is released in your wallet. Likewise, if you have deposits greater than 10,000 and less than 100,000, it's going to require 4 confirmations, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. Just check that out. Pause the video if you need to, and let's jump on to this last screen. All right. This is something I'm sure you guys would like to know about, and it is how the system uses the fees. Okay. Everything in this system is transaction based. It does not want to hold your capital. So if you put your Bitcoin in, by no means should you think you should leave it in the system. You can put it in, take it out as freely as you want to. Okay. The fees that it requires is from transactions. Okay. And all these transactions, 80% goes into the vault. Okay. Check it out. The vault is primarily used to pay out credit obligations to eligible wallets. Again, let's go over here and check. And you look at the documentation on the home page. That's all these credits are. It's just a systematic way to track how much the system owes you. You know, they're nothing more than BTC obligations. So when you receive a credit, the credit is the same as a Bitcoin. That's never going to change. Okay. And it's just an obligation that the system knows, hey, I need to pay this wallet out this much in Bitcoin over the course of time. Okay. So 80% of all of the fees apply to that. Okay. To a smaller degree, the vault may also be used to cover network fees required to consolidate Bitcoin UTXOs. There's another video I dropped somewhere that explains these UTXOs and how they can be damaging to the system if these UTXOs are very small. Well, the system is smart enough to attempt to consolidate these in a manner that helps put more value into the vault and also helps minimize transactions. So when someone comes in to send out a payment to the blockchain, the system is going to calculate upfront how much they're going to pay in fees. But when it comes time to actually hit the blockchain, sometimes the system may require a little bit more, and the vault will cover that cost. So in the midst of the vault covering those additional fees whenever they occur, which will not be often, but by consolidating smaller amounts of UTXOs or even UTXOs that are sitting out there that can be lumped together to create a larger UTXO, these fees will also apply to that. But just understand, for the most part, they will be used to pay out credit obligations. Okay. 20% of the fees will be going to the dev wallet or to the owner of the site. Of course, here it explains fees sent to the developer's wallet are used to maintain the hardware, hosting, support, and future development of the project. Fees to the owner's wallet serve as a revenue stream for participating investors of the project. This is something I'll get into a little bit later, but for now, just understand that this is how the fees are broken up. All right, guys, that's all I got for you in this video. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and we'll clarify wherever we can. All right, that's all I got for this one, and we'll holler on the next one. Peace out.